What's up? This is David, and today I want to talk to you about momentums and your championship window. So the main message here is when you catch momentum wherever it is in your life, you never, ever, ever want to waste momentum. So what I like to give an example of like momentum is like kind of like a spaceship, like a rocket ship, right? Because like usually with momentum, you're gonna have to exert a lot of energy in the beginning. Like it's gonna take a lot of effort. Like building any kind of habit, it's gonna take a lot of effort in the beginning. Like the few weeks or so, you're just gonna have to put in a lot of like not only just mental energy, but also probably physical like energy as well, right? So it's kind of like a rocket ship taking off. When a rocket ship takes off, it's like it uses 80 to 90% of most of its energy during that liftoff stage. And then, like once it like cracks the atmosphere, once it reaches escape velocity, that's when it gets momentum because gravity is no longer holding it down, right? So that's kind of like the idea of momentum. And that's kind of like how habits are formed. When you get momentum, all of that energy is front loaded in the beginning. But once you reach escape velocity, everything becomes so much easier. So I want to talk about micro momentum and then macro momentum. So like micro momentum is like the momentum you get within the day. It's when you get into the zone, it's when you get into flow state. So I'm sure you've had a time where like you're working on something, you're like focusing on something, and then like 10 hours will go by, but it felt like 30 minutes, right? So that is micro momentum. And these micro momentums, they usually come every once in a while. And I mean, they don't come like every day, but they come more often than not. Even like this video that I'm shooting right now, like in the beginning, it took a lot of effort, right? So even in micro momentum, it usually takes effort in the beginning. So in like the morning, for example, it's a little bit harder to get into the groove of things. It's a little bit harder to, start your project, start your writing or whatnot. You have to put in that energy, just like the rocket ship. But once you get into the flow of things, everything becomes easy, right? So like shooting these videos is like a perfect example because in the beginning, required a lot of energy, but then now that I'm in momentum, now that I got flow, it becomes so much freaking easier. So that's micro momentum. But macro momentum is the momentum you get from like week to week to month, maybe even like year to year. And these types of momentums, these are a lot more rare than micro momentum. Again, micro momentum comes like every once in a while, but the macro momentum, these are really, really rare. And because these are rare, you want to take advantage of these. The thing about these momentums and a lot of people, when they get like these certain momentums, 99% of them will stop when they get momentum. It's like the craziest thing. Like, why would you stop when you get momentum? I don't get it, but it's what 99% of people do. It's like, those 30-day challenges? Like people would do like these 30-day challenges, and then after the 30 days, they go back to their old ways. It's like, why did you even start the 30-day challenge in the first place, right? So it's like they did all this hard work to build up a habit, and then on day 31, they stopped the habit. So it's kind of like you're bringing the snowball uphill, doing all the work to get the snowball up the hill, but then on the way down, it's like when you stop, it's like not taking advantage of momentum is like stopping the snowball when it's like rolling down the hill, all right? So that's what most people do. But the differentiator between, I want to say like champions and ordinary people is champions, they take advantage of these momentums. When things get easy is not a time for a break. When things get easy is when you go hard. You want to step on the gas even more when things get easy. This way you can create this big differentiator between you and everybody else. All right, so you want to take advantage of these macro momentums because macro momentums, they're very rare. So in life, in business or like in any area of your life, right? There's gonna be so many ups and downs. There's gonna be like ups and downs here and there. And there's gonna be a lot of downs, that's for sure. And there's also gonna be like flat lines. There's also gonna be plateaus and whatnot. But if you keep doing what you are doing, if you continue to do it, there's gonna be certain periods of time where things get easy. Like things will start to go like straight up. Like it's like even more angled than like a 45 degree, right? It just goes straight up and things get freaking easy. Like I'm sure you can relate to some of this, like in the gym, for example, you're like hitting PRs left and right. Or maybe it's in your business, you're like hitting sales left and right. Or maybe it's in like your like dating life, like everybody starts liking you and everybody like wants to hang out, everybody's like calling you and whatnot. Like things get freaking easy, right? But again, like the differentiator is like a lot of people want to take a break during these moments. Simultaneously, it's easiest to take a break and it's most tempting to take a break, but at the same time, this is when you have to take advantage of this. You have to write it out. And this is what I like to call the championship window. Because there's only a certain time where you can take advantage of this momentum, because sooner or later, the momentum can die down. I mean, yeah, some momentums, they last a long, long time. But when it gets easy, you want to go hard and you want to take advantage of this championship window. And it's very similar to like the cherry blossom season, right? There's like this certain period of window where the cherry blossoms, they blossom and they turn pink. And it's kind of like equivalent to catching momentums and to not letting go of that momentum and to take advantage of that small period, that small championship window. So, take advantage of momentums. Do not stop. Not stop when things get easy. I want you to go hard. I want you to slam on the gas, slam on that accelerator, and go far, because that is how you become a champion. That's all I have for this one. You found some good value out of this one, and I'll talk to you next one. Peace.